So this is the Sanom Beach Resort in Gran Canaria. I forgot where we were then, Gran Canaria. We need to start off with the fact that we ordered a room with twin beds. Now, they don't come as twins or doubles. They come as this, two separate single beds together. But this is what's perfect about this room. The bed size is absolutely huge. And not only that, they are really comfortable beds. And I'm a terrible sleeper. And the one good thing about this hotel was the pillows were absolutely gorgeously comfortable. Now you've got two pillows. You've got a longer one, like a bolster pillow, and you've got one shorter one, which is a lot more fluffy and light. I could choose. I slept really well in these beds. The mattresses are firm but really comfortable. The bedding is lovely and soft. I think they're using a quite high thread count Egyptian cotton on these. Really cool and calm and comfortable bed situation. They do have a lot. One big thing we always say when we travel is about power ports. Now they do have a lot of power ports around this room. On the bedside, we've got two USB slots, one mains adapter, two lights, one controlling the side light and one controlling the bedroom light. Also, we do have an air conditioning unit that is perfectly cool the room. It's not set too low, but the room feels really ambient and lovely. Which leads us on to the opposing side. Once again, same as they have USB, but they also have the phone socket on this side as well to be able to room reception and ask for other things.
Right, when you come in, you've got your room key. They give you one each for each person in the room. And obviously to get the power, there is a slot just there and everything will come on. You've just heard the air conditioning come on. As we move around the room, you've got two more sockets and light switches. And you've also got a sofa. So if you want to relax on the sofa, then that's perfect just for relaxing. You don't have to sit on the bed. If we move further round, you've obviously got the TV. I've not heard of this make before, Invis. We have found channels. You've only got two English-speaking channels. One is Sky News International, which has been good for me. I like to keep up with the news. And the other one was Paramount, and we watched the Day of the Jackal film last night, or part of it. And moving further along, you've got a nice-sized desk and a chair, so you can sit there. And underneath we have the fridge. Now, you've also got a coffee machine and glasses. We haven't used the fridge. There is a charge if you use the fridge. And we haven't used the coffee machine for some reason. I guess we've not been in the room enough to have a coffee. And you've also got your kettle, cups. What we didn't like was the fact that there isn't really any milk. I asked for these last night at reception. I really wanted milk to be able to make a cup of tea, but they weren't able to give me any, saying that I couldn't get any till the morning because I'd have to get it from the restaurant in the morning. And I look now, the maid has been in today. I've only got all these tea bags because these are what I asked for last night. But again, there is no milk. So I'm a little bit disappointed that you can't actually make a cup of tea. And we haven't really got the time to go and chase up milk.
So here at the Sanom Beach Resort Hotel, they actually do offer breakfast, but it comes at a charge. It's not a bed and breakfast. So we'll quickly take you through this now. You can have a continental breakfast for €14. That includes coffee, tea, chocolate and juice, toast with jam and butter, pastries, cereal, seasonal fruit, yogurt or milk. The English breakfast is €16.50. Coffee, tea, chocolate and juice, toast with jam and butter, fried or scrambled eggs, bacon or sausage and beans. Doesn't come with all the favourites that we have in the UK. American breakfast again is $16.50. Same stuff before, but this time it comes with pancakes with syrup. So there is an option for a breakfast over here, but when you're in Gran Canaria, there is so many places that you can have breakfast. So a lot of information to be had there. We also now need to look at the storage of this room. Now, to be fair, we're only here for 5 days, so we didn't need much storage, but the storage isn't too bad. There's quite a lot. As you can see, sorry about the mess. You get two wardrobes, sliding wardrobes. You don't get many hangers, believe it or not. There's 5 in this one and 4 in the other one. They could do with a few more hangers, but other than that, it gives you ample storage to store your things. They've also got one other thing on the other side, which is a little bit off-putting, really. And the reason why it's off-putting is because it's something that everybody needs, and it is a safety deposit box. Now, the reason why it's off-putting is because this isn't included in the price of the room. If you want to have a safety deposit box, it's an additional fee. And I found that at this hotel, there's a lot of additional fees that you have to pay for if you want them. Also, we have to understand that in this wardrobe, we've got a hairdryer, we've got other storage, but there's not that much like drawers. There's no drawers here at all. It's all open plan. So if you want to put your things away, you couldn't do that. And there's not really much more to say on the matter of the wardrobe space. It is what it is. The one thing I'm going to point out though quickly is this door here. Now, this was concerning when we first came in because there are guests on the other side of that door. These are interconnecting rooms and every single bungalow suite has this. They are back-to-back bungalows and this door goes through to the opposing bungalow. Now, the unfortunate thing with that is you can hear everything they're doing and they can hear everything you're doing. It's not the best. There's not a lot of privacy in these rooms. One thing that I will comment on this is we could hear people coughing in there. And if they could hear us coughing, they could probably hear, sorry, if we could hear them coughing, they could probably hear our telly on last night. And as Mike knows, I'm someone that doesn't like to cause a disturbance. So that was quite off-putting for me.
Right, let's talk about the bathroom. In fairness, it's a decent size. You've got a good sized sink area. And I have to say, we're really, really impressed that you get Rituals toiletries. We've got conditioner, shampoo and shower gel, and also some body lotion. Also on top of that, you get some, I don't know what these are, we haven't even opened these, they look like tissues. Tissues, a shower cap, all the usual things you'd find in a room. As I say, quite a nice big area. You get 2 hand towels and you also get 2 bath towels. I'm not sure, the bath towels are on the shelf. And you also get the shower mat to stand on. I have to say that the bathroom, the shower has been quite nice. It's a good size, really good size. I'm a big chap and it's plenty of room for me. And surprisingly, there hasn't been too much splash out of the side of the shower. What I will say that I found this morning, that the fact that you have got rooms and the sound conditioning isn't great, is that I had the very unpleasant sounds of somebody hearing somebody else on the toilet this morning. So perhaps that's a big downside to the room. But all in all, the shower pressure is really good. Shall we show it? Shall we show the power pressure? I'm going to make sure I don't get wet here though. So as you can see, really good pressure. That wasn't too bad. A little bit of wet on my arm, but I can cope with that. So all in all, the bathroom has been absolutely fine, quite adequate.
Okay, so you've seen the room now. We've shown you around the room. Our impressions of the room is it's been all right. I've loved it. I love the location. We're right near the Yumbo Centre, which is really nice.
I thought initially that there'd be a problem with things being like an alley between the bungalows, but there's been no noise from outside at all, has there? So I've been pleasantly surprised by that. I think the biggest plus for me about this room was how comfy the bed was. I've slept really, really well in here, and that's such an important part of your holiday, to get a good sleep.
I agree, and it is cleaned every day. However, we've not wanted it cleaned every day because the room tends to sort of keep itself clean. But we have had it cleaned today, so the neighbour's really nice, and she's given us towels every single day. But let's quickly talk about the outside areas. So as we walk around, we found that it's very, very clean. They do use fake grass instead of real grass, but it serves a purpose. You know, you're never going to get any dying spots.
No, I guess it's easier for them to keep it looking nice, but we're not fans unless it's a really good quality grass, artificial grass. It doesn't look as nice as grass would.
It doesn't, but it keeps it looking neat and clean. We've got a lovely little balcony area there. It's not a balcony, it's just a terrace with a table and 2 chairs. We're in a room with a bit of a sun trap, so in the afternoon we get all the sun. It's lovely. There are a pool here, and there's some hot tubs as well.
Yeah. And just to talk roughly about access, reception is open right from early in the morning till about 11 o'clock at night. And then reception closes, the doors are locked, but there is a side gate that they let you know you can use your card to access. So you don't have to be back early. In fact, we weren't, were we, most nights?
No. But let's talk about coming into the hotel. When we first got here, checking in wasn't much of a problem. The problem is they were strict with their rules of a 2 o'clock check-in. So you cannot check in before 2 and you can leave your bags. Now, the only problem I had with that was you leave your bags in the reception area next to the reception desk. It didn't seem that safe to me. So because we had personals in there, we wanted it locked away. She did give us the option of locking it away in a separate room. But for anyone coming, make sure you request this, otherwise you'll just have to leave it next to the reception desk.
Yeah.
Which is not great.
No, and I have to say though, we've sort of spent a bit of time at the pool. The pool area here is really nice and appealing. Comfy beds. There's hot tubs as well. There's also a restaurant and a gym. You didn't use the gym though.
We didn't use the gym. We did use the restaurant. The restaurant was actually really nice. All we had was a cheese toastie, a cheese and ham toastie and fries. It wasn't on the menu, but they were happy to make it for us.
I was really impressed with that they accommodated us.
It wasn't too expensive.
So all in all, the hotel I think has been lovely. Would we recommend it? I certainly would. I think the biggest downside is just that you can hear noises from the interconnecting rooms. But it hasn't caused us a major problem, has it?
It's on a quiet street.
Yeah.
It's very well located to the Yumbo Centre. There's lots of cafes and restaurants around. If you're into a little bit of entertainment, there is a huge chessboard to playing out in the grounds. You might get a lot of noise in the evening time for the hotel next door that has live acts on their stage. But do as we did, grab a beer and go and sit and listen. It's a free show then.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think the hotel serves...
Definitely recommend it. I think it's a nice, clean room, comfy sleep, really good pressure shower, and the grounds are lovely, and the staff have been very pleasant.
Definitely. So, if you are looking for a good stay, Sanom Beach Resort in Gran Canaria, not too far from all the attractions.
And a thumbs up from us.
Definitely.